Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. It is Nongwengwezi, Molweni, Botani, Sanbonani, Dumelang, Thobela, Ninja. Ndiyabulela ke zihlobo. Ngokuhlala ninam njalo. The topic I'm bringing to you today is based on an article I wrote a few years back. Like I told you before, I garnered the confidence to be making videos. I used to write a lot. I used to have a blog called Girl from Alice, and I would just write. You understand, motivational, spiritual articles. So sometimes I find myself going back to the articles once in a while, and then I'll be like, have an aha moment. But wow, this is something I can share. You understand? Because I wrote it anyway. You get me? I want us to talk about getting to know your spiritual guides. Ne? That is, if you believe ukuthi all of us have spiritual guides, not just abantu abathwasayo, all of us have spiritual guides. You understand? Our spiritual guides are they are our chosen guardians, basically, to help us navigate life. And for those who are aware of this, who are conscious of this fact, we understand, most of them get ahead in life, and some of us are not even aware. You understand, we fight life's battles all alone. You understand, not knowing that we have many friends in the spiritual world. Yeah, this is how I put it then. I said each of us has many friends in the spirit world. They are available to us all the times. They help us cope with any situation or problem. They inspire us, listen to us, assist in our decisions, and make us laugh. Sometimes you'll be having, a tough day at work. We understand. Sometimes we all make mistakes. We understand. Sometimes at work you find, wow, you are in trouble. We understand. And you wake up wondering how you are going to be treated in the office today. How is, the next meeting going to be? You understand. You have to apologize to the whole team. You understand, for dropping the ball or whatever. You understand. If you have access to your spiritual guides, if you have created lines of communication with your spiritual guides, we understand, you will realize what is some of life situations are easy to deal with. You understand, if you just hand them over to the universe, basically to your spiritual guides. You get me? The universe is our spiritual guides, basically, if you think about it. For example, the example I just made, I remember, um, I remember when I used to work at the Reserve Bank. I mistakenly sent forwarded an email to the deputy governor. I forget her name, but an old white lady with too. We understand, those stuck up, white ladies. So this was something, it was not supposed to go there. Let me put it that way. It was never supposed to get there. We understand. And, I was so stressed when I was made aware of the fact, because apparently she wanted to know who this Khanya person is. And I was anticipating that the following day I would be called. The executives used to be their office is like high up. I think the Reserve Bank was 32 floors, if I'm not mistaken, and their floor was the last floor. And I think I was on the 17th floor, something like that. So I could picture myself going to the last floor, you understand, to be addressed and to be dealt with properly. You get me? And maybe, um, ndixothwe. So I was anxious. So the following day, I was embarrassed. I wish I could, be sick or something, and not have to, go face the music. Um, but I remember thinking, to myself, just praying a little prayer. I was like, I called my spiritual guides. At the time, I wasn't even aware ukuthi, it is what we term spiritual guides. Mna ndanqula abantu basekhaya into yoba, oh, yini mazizi, yini khani ndithetheleleni, yini. I was like, hayi, le ndiyinikezela kuni, you understand, before I left the house. And I remember getting called really to the office. And believe it or not, I was invited for breakfast, to have breakfast with her. Instead of chastising me, the woman was laughing. She was in stitches, you understand? Making me explain, what the content of the email. And she found it funny. She found it very funny. And now I was, having, like, luxurious breakfast with, a woman, high up in the office, you know. I was like, wow, is this how life works out? So I'm just reminded of that, Gucci. Um, and it came to my mind ukuthi wow, diyabulela mazizi, you understand, because I remembered ukuthi I had asked, and it became a lighter situation. And I became that person, like if we would be having a gala dinners or whatever, she would want to know ukuthi if I'm around, you understand. And everyone knew now ukuthi, I am very close to the deputy governor. You see, something that could have easily turned out, went south, but it didn't. Instead, it became um, positive. You understand? So, hence, I'm saying to you, sometimes if we are aware of the fact that, we have spiritual guides, life can be really, really easy. So cultivating a relationship with these spirit friends can enhance our lives more than we can possibly imagine. The story I'm relating now, we understand. Learning to communicate with our spirit guides and teachers can be a long, sometimes frustrating process, but the rewards of diligence, the rewards of patience, you understand, you cannot equal that to anything. It's frustrating. I hear a lot of you asking all the times ukuthi, how do you phahla? Ukuphahla is basically trying to forge a relationship with your spiritual guides, you understand. And it can get frustrating when you are not getting any response, you understand. When you've been partnering for 6 months, for a year, and lento iphahlelayo, you are not getting answers. It can get frustrating. And sometimes it is because siphahla I don't know how to put it, but siphahla haphazardly, you understand. You don't even there's no structure to what you are doing, you understand. um, Hence I came up with this article, Uguti. It helps to intentionally want to know who your spiritual guides are and get to know them. And it takes time to get to know them. It takes time. For example, I once related a story, Uguti. It took me a long time when I was an initiate, you understand, to finally ndichana umhlola imvumisa, you understand. to divine, have a successful divination consultation. But once it happened, I never looked back. And then I realized, you understand, during the stages of ukuthwasa kwami ukuthi there is this old woman who, appears in my dreams once in a while. And she takes a long time. Once, like, if I've seen her this year, I'll probably see her after 5 years. So in the past 15 years, for example, I probably have seen her like 3 times. You understand? The last time, if you remember one of my videos where I was saying at some point I lived in an RDP house, you understand, due to circumstances, I was sleeping around 12 midday, and I had this dream. This old lady appeared, and I just knew, wow, you understand. And when umagogo appears, for some strange reason in the dream, I get a relief, and feel happy kube ngathi you understand, ngibona umuntu endimaziyo. So she appeared and showed me a deck of cards, playing cards, you understand, ama-card lawa o-jack, spade, queen, king, um ace, flies, you understand, those cards. So she showed me a deck of cards, and she taught me how to do readings using cards. But I could only remember a few after the dream, you understand. But when I started practicing, I realized there was a sequence, you understand, and I'm using my intuition. The cards started making sense. And for the longest time, I had this friend, may her soul rest in peace, Ulindi Swallings. She was umthandazeli here in Alice, a very well-known umthandazeli, yeah, very busy. She was like much older than me, about 12, 14 years older than me. Very pretty lady. I got used to her. I first met her accompanying a friend, you understand, who liked going to see her to check ukuthi, like, every time there's something happening in her life, she'd be like, masambe siblings, if she's been dumped, let's go to links, I want to understand what is happening. If she is meeting a new guy, masambe siblings, you understand. So I would look at links and EQ, you understand, of people waiting to consult with her, you understand, using her cards. And we became friends with Ulings, but I would ask her, can't you teach me, teach a friend? She'd be like, yo, I madlamini, not kanjalo. And I could never understand. I didn't even put on my ring light. Now I see the video is a little dark, ne? So but like she would be like, politely be like, no, Galuk, it's not like that. But I envied her, I won't lie, I envied how easy it was for her, you understand, because ukuvumisa, intuitively is very tough, can be difficult, because you have to use spirit, you understand, you have to surf spiritually, surf the network, you understand. And sometimes it can take too long, you understand. Okuqhwabisa abantu, vumani bo, siyavuma, vumani bo, siyavuma, hey, akho nto utshoyo mntakaba, oko kuqhwatywa ayidize tu. Uqonda uba yo, andixakene nento, what must happen now, I've made these people clap for so long, but hey, it's not coming. So I would envy Ulings ukuthi, wow, you have it easy. I would be like, hi friend, and she like, and I thought, she's being, nasty, man. Iqale ayintona amakhasi benondibonisa, you understand. Then I realized after umagogo showed me or taught me in the dream, I realized ukuthi amakhasi I can't teach anyone. For example, I can't even teach my own initiates, you understand, because they talk only to me, you understand. Um only I can make sense. I don't know how to put it, but I can't say for omnium. My six of spades means, you understand. For example, just to give you a clue, when I hit a six of spades, it says to me the person I'm talking to, you understand, um is highly intuitive, you understand. They are, they have a close connection with their spiritual guides, you understand. So it could also mean ukuthi you are somewhat spiritual, you understand, or maybe have a calling, you understand. So it gives me ideas ukuthi, okay, this, this is where your life is structured, or this is how your life is structured. But to someone else, a six of spades may mean a totally different, you understand. Because at some point, I even checked on the internet, you understand. I saw, oh, okay, this is quite common, but they are interpreted differently from how I interpret my own cards. So some gifts you can't even share. You understand? It's like bones, throwing bones. You understand? My bones are quite different because, for example, I got my bones in Fulin at the river, yeah, and under the water. You ever? And then I had to buy just a few to fill up. But my bones talk to me only. You understand? My initiates, I can show them generally, you understand, how to read bones, but each person has their own interpretation, and our intuition works differently, and our closeness to our spiritual guides is also a factor, a contributing factor to whether you will connect spiritually and be able to divine, you understand. But once you get to know your spiritual guides, once you get to know your teachers, because I read a book, I read a book maybe 2 3 years ago, written by, I think it's N van den Steyden, ne? I'll write the correct name in the comments section. She's an American minister. Um, um, she wrote a book. It says, "So You Want to Be a Medium." But in that book, I find it applies, like anyone can read it, even if you don't want to be a medium. You understand? Um, I found it for me, it taught me a lot. A lot of what I practice now, I got from that book, and it surprised me, Nguti. You understand? This is a Western, cultured person, but I could learn a lot from her, because at the end of the day, we are all human. You understand? And spirit, there's connection. You understand? All around. So from that book, I picked up Nguti. There is what we call joy guides. Joy guides, you're having a bad day, and um, for some strange reason, a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly will, go past, and you feel lighter, you understand, you enjoy looking at the butterfly, and then you understand, at that moment, your joy guide has just, made themselves, they are in close proximity, just to lighten up your day. There are protector guides. Protector guides are those, like, you will be driving, and um, instead of overtaking the car in front of you, you understand, that is, going slow, you decide, you know what, it's okay. We'll get to the robots at the same time anyway. And then when you get to the robots, you realize, ukuthi, had you overtaken, someone else behind you overtakes this car, and when they overtake, ahead You understand? Maybe 5 minutes later, they hit, they hit another car. So they are in an accident, and you realize, which, wow, that could have easily been me. You understand? At that moment, when you were debating with yourself whether you should overtake or not, it's your protector guide stopping you, you understand, so that you are protected from what is about to happen. Those are protector guides. Then there's doctor teachers. Doctor teachers, like in our sleep, we dream, and you'll be, especially for us, people, traditional healers, you'll be told of, let's take a simple inongwe, we understand, but in African potato, we know it for certain, we understand, treatments, but you can easily be shown in a dream how to use it for other things, you understand, that other people are not aware of. Ukuthi inongwe, has certain properties to heal this and that and that and that, you understand. So there would be your doctor teacher, a spiritual guide that is there to teach you, you understand, hidden, or like, secrets of healing, for example. Then there are master guides, Master guides are abanikazi, you understand, bempilo yakho. Your master guide is the leading person, amongst your spiritual guide, the entourage of your spiritual guides. The master guide is the one, leading the pack. And then there are ascended masters. Ascended masters are, a friend of mine. A friend of mine usually says Uwini. By the way, I always talk about Uwini, and one of these days we'll do a video together, because she's a hypnotherapist. We'll do a video together, and we're talking about this, where she has to explain how hypnotherapy can, heal, can help heal you. So she was telling me, Uti, when she was um, um, going through hypnotherapy herself to heal herself, on more than 3 occasions, she encountered Mother Mary, Umama Yesu. You understand? That's an ascended master. Um, I have seen, I have seen in my dreams, there is a man. I think I was in standard 7. There was a man that came. He was tall, wearing white, a white long robe, and I could not see the end of him. You understand? And this man told me a lot of things, you understand, about life. For me, I feel Uti, that is my ascended master. You understand? Abo Saint Peter's, Abo Saint so and so, we understand. Those are ascended masters. Ne? And then there are angels. You understand? Your guardian angels. You may not be related to them, by blood, but spiritually they are there, you understand, for you. So how do you even get to know your spiritual guides? Meditation is one best way to get to know your spiritual guides. Yabona mawuphahla, it should not, you should not pass it, like I sometimes listen to people at here who pass every day, and I wonder, how do you do it, girl? Because it can get boring, and it can get you know now I pass when I am keen, when I have the interest, you understand, because I must feel it, you understand. Ndingagqithisi usana kunina, you understand, because when you phahla, you must not be in a hurry, you must not be in a rush, you understand. Of course kukhona ukuphahla ukuthi you are against time, but you have to report ukuthi ndiyaphuma apha endlini ngoku, nihambe nam bantu abadala. Yes, you are just reporting. But ukuphahla, because you are looking for answers, you understand, you must be relaxed, you must, be now in a very relaxed mode, basically. uhlale phansi unabe. If ungumuntu ochaya isneif, usneif sana. If uchaya ientyi, kuchaya ientyi zakho. You understand? Ucingo ore nori bakho. Uyayiva ke uphole. Uyayiva? Even kulanda uphahlela kuyo, once ugqiba uphahla sukuphakama, stand up immediately and leave the room. Spend some time in the room, you understand? After you finish uphahla, spend some time, you could be reading a book, like I was saying, you could be sniffing or whatever. That's meditation for me. And you would be so surprised, Guti. Some of the things you are thinking as at that moment could be the answers you were seeking for. The answers are not always, they will not always come back in your dream. Sometimes you are answered immediately. You understand? If you listen to your thoughts, you'll find Guti, the answers are right there. You understand? I used to think mina ukuthi uma uphahla uzothola impendulo, like, you will dream and someone will come and tell you specifically ukuthi no, ABCD is EFG. Yeah. Sometimes your thoughts are the answers you are seeking. So meditation plays a very, important role, because meditation is, your thoughts basically. So having a way of controlling your thoughts, you understand, could be helpful. You understand? Now, there was a time I wanted to know who my master guide is. And like I wanted to know ukuthi ubani ophethe impilo yami, ubani umnikazi womsebenzi wami. You understand? Besides having to go to igqirha, you understand? Because I can tell you, okay, kunomkhulu, impilo wena uphethwe yikhehla, you understand? Tamkhulu wakho, whatever. Why must you hear it from me? You must know. You understand? You are the person that must know for sure. We understand. So I'm saying and I got this exercise from that book I was talking about. So you want to be a medium. There's an exercise there where it's almost like intentionally you want to meet your master guide. So you have to picture yourself like walking up the stairs, and in your head you are expecting Uti. When you open the door, you at the end of the stairs, at the top of the stairs, when you open the door on the other side, you will meet the person you are looking for. You understand? And it took me some time. It wasn't immediate, but every time, like if I had a chance, I would sit down and meditate and do this exercise. And ultimately I opened the door once, and then I met my master guide, and I thanked him during the meditation state. I thanked him for revealing himself to me. You understand? And now I'm able to communicate directly with him because I know what his role is in my life. You understand? So what I'm trying to say to you guys is, let's get to know our spiritual guides. It helps. Ne? I think, yeah, that's it for now. I will check other articles, guys, that I wrote long ago, and maybe take something from there. You understand? Because ezinye izinto sizifunda ngokuthi uyive komunye umuntu. You understand? Yeah, that's it. With the topic. Now I want to do a shout out to one of my subscribers, Miyoyo, from East London. Miyoyo, guys, this is what she sent me. Yeah, perfume yakwa Inuka, ne? Inuka. She got this courier to me. Guys, this is what happens when you become an influencer. Right now I feel like I am becoming an influencer, guys, because now I thought this happens to bigger YouTubers, but some of you guys, there's what's her name, yeah, I've got her in my WhatsApp. I'll do a proper shout out. and mention her name. Yeah, now she was like, you know what, Gogo, uyasikhanyisela kakhulu, and I feel like sometimes nathi masikhanyisele, you understand, nansi imali yekhandlela. Ha, guys, khandlela le 300 rand, ukubone. I was like, you know, I'll do a proper shout out because I have to remember the name. So yeah, abanye bandithengela airtime. Guys, you can be sweet sometimes. You can really, really be sweet. You know, especially because we don't even know each other. Some of you will never even meet, but you know, there's quite a few kind people, you know, as part of our team. Ne? Thank you, guys. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and continue commenting and liking, and please share the videos, so that we grow. Ne? And if you have access to Wi-Fi, hello, please do watch the videos. It makes a whole lot of a difference if you do. Otherwise, thank you very much. Till next time. Bye.